Hey, what's this? Hansel and Gretel, Warriors of Witchcraft. Seems pretty good. Hey Tyler, come over here for a minute.
What?
You wanna watch Hansel and Gretel, Warriors of Witchcraft?
No.
Hansel and Gretel, Warriors of Witchcraft.
I think it is. I mean, this may sound like a bit of an understatement, but I think that this movie is probably just terrible, just awful.
Yeah, it's one of the worst films ever made, by far.
Yeah.
It's not the worst movie I've ever seen, mainly because some parts of it had me on the ground laughing at it's schlock, I guess I'd say. This movie is absolute schlock.
Yeah.
So, before we talk about why this movie is terrible, first we need to discuss some issues with the film's case, the DVD case. This case is insanely misleading for the movie that you think is contained within, but it's not. It's not. They lie to you. Just gonna say why it's wrong. This location, not in the movie. They don't wear these outfits in the movie. They don't use these weapons at all in the movie. She does not get this power in the movie. Also on the back, again, this location, not at all in the movie. They're pretty much they're lying to you. They're
Total complete schlock.
Yeah, it's awful. This is just bad. It's all lies.
Yeah.
They're literally lying to you.
Yeah. See, just.
Yeah. So the plot of this movie, if you can call it that, is that this brother and sister are twins, and they get shipped to a private school because the brother is constantly getting in fights.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much ruining his high school life and his permanent record, whatever. And
But also, I just love it when movies like this don't show any bruising or blood when there's a fight.
yeah,
you know?
all the fights in this movie, whether it's people getting punched in the face or people getting stabbed, there's no blood, no bruises. It all looks terrible. So, yeah, once they arrive at the school, they discover that a group of the students are witches. For some reason. It's like, what? But whatever, deal with it. I'll deal with that. But, yeah, and the brother is apparently one of the witches, or a witch, and they start training him how to use these powers, even how to use powers that these other witches have, even though there's absolutely no scenes of them training him with their powers. Like,
yeah, but apparently they show him moving a pen with his mind.
Yeah, it's never explained as to how he gets telekinesis, or there's never a scene with the witches training him. Nothing like that. It's horrible. And the sister, throughout the movie, is discovering more and more about these witches and more about the school and what's happened there. And she decides to become a witch hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she goes to this room and finds a knife.
Yeah, it's like a witch slaughtering knife, I guess. It's like whenever if you stab a witch with this knife, apparently they just like phase into blue nothingness, and it looks terrible.
It does.
Yeah, I was laughing pretty hard at that part.
And just like there's so many bad things that are just wrong with this movie. You know?
Yeah, there's a lot of scenes that make absolutely no sense. Like that scene we were talking about where she goes and gets the knife. There's no explanation as to how she knew how to get to that room. There's no scene of someone telling her, hey, go here. For some reason. There's no explanation for how things happen in this movie a lot. The girl gets like the electricity power somehow. It's never explained where she got that, how she got that, how she learns to use it. It comes in the end, she uses it once, and it's horrible.
Try comparing it to Twilight,
Yeah, like it has terrible acting, horrible visual effects, and just parts of it are hilarious
Yeah,
because of how horrible it is.
and especially the CGI in it.
Yeah, the CGI in Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters is horrible, as we've explained before, with the phasing effect when the witches get stabbed. But
And when there's like the giant like balls.
yeah, they have like the
something.
spheres, like the orange spinning spheres on their hands that they use to suck out people's souls. It just looks terrible. It looks like something you'd find on clip art when you're
Yeah.
messing with like Microsoft Paint or whatever. So we could go on for hours talking about how awful this movie is again, but we'll stop here. I think you get the point. It's not the worst movie I've ever seen. Definitely one of them. There are a lot of parts of it that are laughably bad, but there's not enough parts like that to make the movie entertaining. I was either laughing, falling asleep, or yelling at the TV.
Yeah. There
So
was quite a few unlaughable parts in that movie too.
yeah, if they just shown like if the whole movie was just them using those powers, the movie would have been comedic gold.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what we have to say about Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunter. Don't see it.
Yeah.
Just don't
Ever.
Bye.